The first deck that we're going to be streaming today for this glorious Sunday is this was a deck that was submitted in Discord by a viewer who said it's Guy said over and over and over, Wiggles, you got to trust this Venomoth. I promise it's good. Venomoth's my favorite Pokemon. Give it a try. So we're gonna give it a try. This deck kind of works around two cards, as most decks we do here do. Venomoth. So Venomoth is the namesake of this deck. So Venomoth says, for 1 energy, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and they can't play any item cards. Which is that's a pretty big deal. Most people play a lot of item cards. And you pair that up with Spidops here, and Spidops says your opponent's active Pokemon retreat is more expensive, so they can't retreat. And they can't play item cards. And then finally, you bring in the Pokemon League headquarters, which say each basic Pokemon in play costs more to attack. So it's kind of a pseudo control deck. That's the angle anyways that we're trying to make it work. It's a little low on energy for my taste, but I want to try it out the way that it was said. I've made a couple little tiny changes, but I want to give it for the most part. Eat the rest of the pumpkin bread, babe. We had to throw out the focaccia because it went bad. All right, so let's get started. Think everything's lined up? Yep, I'm awake-ish. Red Bull, my friend, wake me up. Oh, September already ended. Sad. It's like 40% of a loaf. That's like half a pumpkin. That's gotta be good for you, right? Oh, no one caught Ghastly. Sad. It's only going up? Alright, Tatas. Alright. We'll go up then. Alright, we're off to a pretty poor start. We've lost the coin flip. We might as well give up right now. Might give up. Now, one of the parts that I'm a little nervous about here that we might run into with Venomoth as being kind of a problem is that confusion goes away when you evolve something. And if you evolve it, they also suddenly don't have to pay more to attack anymore because they're not basic Pokemon. So that's going to be what I'm mostly looking for here as we play this to see, okay, how many times am I getting to confuse something that can't evolve, right, and can't retreat? Do we ever get the whole combo off? Okay, this is unfortunate. We're paired up against the Mew and we don't actually have the Spiritomb in our deck. If we did, we could probably get it out here first turn, but we don't. So that's a bummer. Also, the Mew that they attack with is not, in fact, a basic. So that's a bummer. Be safe, Kano! They're probably just getting a Battle VIP Pass with this. I imagine we're already pretty far behind. We don't have one of our Venonats here. We don't have any Battle VIP Passes out. Yikes, okay. That's a lot of card draw. I mean, they can't use another one of those. They're just trying to empty their hand out so they can draw more cards here. Oh, what I would have given to have a Spiritomb. They're playing Path to the Peak, which again shows kind of how busted the format is right now, that the deck that you would want to be Path to the Peaking is wanting to Path to the Peak you right back. Okay, so, yeah, they can draw 4 cards 3 times. Possibly up to 5 or 6, before we even get a turn. Uh-oh. Aha! They played this first, which means we can play ours at least. That's something. They do play with a lot of retreat. A lot of retreat cards, like switching effects. So that's a bit of a bummer here. Let's do that. We're gonna Arven here. Judging doesn't really do anything against them. They've got everything they could ever want. Arven's also only hitting for one thing because we don't have any tools in the deck, so we'll probably want to address that. Okay, and let's grab a Venonat here, and let's also grab Mew, I would guess, so we can get some card draw going. Yeah, seems smart to me. They don't hit our bench, so we don't really need Manaphy. Alakazam, maybe. I could see that. Okay, let's put that there. And end our turn and hope for the best. What we'll probably do next turn is Ultra Ball the boss's orders away, and maybe the energy, or maybe what else we draw, so we can play the Judge. Because Judge isn't going to do anything against them, they just have too much card draw, but it can help us out. We're really in trouble if they throw down the Alessa this turn. That's our saving grace right now, is they don't have any energy in play. Now, Venomoth preventing them from playing item cards isn't the end of the world. Their deck does try to chew through a lot of item cards in order to enable its card draw. That's why they play things like the Power Tablets and the Cram-O-Matics and stuff like that. So if we can prevent them from doing that, that's something. Interestingly enough that they played the grass energy out. Rare candy? What are they rare candying? I'm assuming it has to do with that grass energy. That's what they needed. A 4th Genesect. We weren't quite drawing enough cards. We're gonna fix that. Now, one thing we've got going for us that's nice here is the Mew has already evolved. Now, we don't have anything to make its retreat cost any higher, which is unfortunate. If we draw a Venomoth or a Spidops here, we actually might reevaluate and use the boss's orders instead of the judge. But we would need to draw one of those, because we're not going to pull the Mew out unless we can also make its retreat cost higher. As it is, there'd be no point in pulling it out. We would waste the turn just for them to get to retreat. Even confusing it. Confusion doesn't affect retreat cost. What's up, Beans? Paralysis affects retreat. Confusion does not. If they're paralyzed, they can't retreat. If they're confused, they still can't. Okay, we did. We drew one of the pieces we wanted. So, in that case, we need to Ultra Ball... Oh, I messed up. Yeah, we actually needed one more card here. That's really, really, really unfortunate. Because I don't have the energy now, too. Shoot. Alright, well, we're gonna hope for something here. I needed one more card. It's just kind of bad timing on my part. Maybe the judge will hit us a switch, and we can start, but, like, yeah. Kind of a bummer here. It did not. It did not. But... what we can do is we can ditch these two things. Grab our Alakazam, just to have it out here. And we can now try to draw a switch. I'm pretty sure there's at least one or two in the deck. Maybe not. Well, at least this thing has a higher retreat cost now. Unfortunately, they could probably just switch it out, but we did give them a new hand. Maybe their new hand isn't as good. Maybe. We'll see. Not of the best. If we had had one more card, everything would have went great there. We just didn't have the energy to make our Spidops switch out. That's what it was. I'm kind of curious why we're playing double colorless energy. It only seems to work for the Venomoth here, or the Mew EX. And Mew EX, this is a case in point of why that's not a very good like strategy for us to attack, because even if we were to use Mew EX and use their big Mew, use Cross Fusion Strike, we don't have any benched Fusion Strike Pokemon. Like, we can't use our move here. Well, I'd like to draw 6 cards 4 times. Uh-oh. Maybe they deck themselves. Unlikely, but maybe. Okay, they have the switch. Here comes the big Mew. We need it to not kill our Spidops here. Kind of what we're hoping on. Please don't kill my Spidops. 260 is a lot of HP. They played one power tablet. I think they'd have to play another one. Right now they can only do 210 damage. I guess they could also do 130, but... never... oh, it's the... wait, what? How did it do so much damage? Whatever. What's up, Opie? I'm glad you enjoyed it, my friend. We are trying to see if we can make it work here. Obviously, towing up against one of the harder decks at the gate, but what can you do? Okay, let's just judge here. Okay, we can Nest Ball for another Tarountula. Okay. Maybe them not being able to play item cards this turn will be enough. Maybe. Yeah, just do casuals. Welcome to our digital chocolate chip pumpkin bread, right? Okay, so they can retreat, and they had the double colorless, so they can probably just win the game here. It's kind of unfortunate. We were just hoping they didn't have that. How it goes sometimes, you know? Well, okay. I don't think it matters. I think we already lost, but, you know, sad. And we were one card short. One card short. It is pretty derpy. That would be horrifying to see flying at you in the forest at night. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, and here we go. We don't have anything set up ready to go in response here, so I'll probably just tap out. Maybe. Well, let's see. Let's see what we draw. Okay, so we play that. Put that energy there. What's up, Jay Sleepy? How's it going? What's the size listed at? That's a good question. Let's see here. Where did they put that? They used to put the, right. Well, right here. 4 feet, 11 inches tall. That is a big moth. That is a very large moth. Actually terrifying. Okay. Well, we've got a chance here to maybe do something. Maybe. Oh, no, wait. They have the other energies all set up. No, we don't. Never mind. I take it all back. We have lost. But we're not gonna give up. We're not going silently. That is the size of a child. Game's going alright. This is the first game, so it is going as it looks. But this Mew is confuddled, and it would have to spend an energy to retreat. Now, luckily, if you cover this, they don't have another Mew that's ready to go. Why does it get the free... Oh, right, because Path to the Peak. Never mind. We have lost. Shame. Shame. Oh, and I could have used... Oh, wait, no, we couldn't. Path to the Peak. Alright. Waking up, y'all. We're waking up here. And this is not the highest quality streams. First thing in the morning. What's up, guy? Hey, we're playing your deck, guy. Alright, let me see. I need to check how many switching effects are in this. 1 second here. 2 switches. And that's it. Alright. You got it, Opie. Alright, I'm gonna put in another switching effect or two here. Hang on 1 second. Okay, crushing hammers, we'll leave 1 in there. And don't need the rod, so let's just do 2 escape ropes. Call that square. I really like having escape ropes in my decks. That's pretty much it. Just a personal preference there. Have you read the Obsidian Flames King Gambit? Steel type for 1 energy is active. Yes, it's not if they have any active damage counters on it, Beans, it's if they have 4 or more. It is pretty fun. We tried to build a couple decks around that one. It's pretty fun. It's not quite good enough because it's a stage 2 Pokemon. You have to invest a little bit too much to be that much of a follow-through, but we had one, it should be on YouTube somewhere, where we did Pawniards, Bisharps, and King Gambits. Pumpkaboo! Actually, wait, you know what? I want a Pumpkaboo. So yeah, the Bisharp angle on that deck was actually really fun. Really liked that. What's up, Simon? All right. Can we make it work this time? I mean, having these two in the starting hand, I've seen worse. I have seen worse. Okay, this might be the Mew deck again. Yeah, this is the Mew deck again. And we still didn't put a Spiritomb in the deck. I would actually probably rather have a Spiritomb than a Manaphy in this deck, if I'm being completely honest, because Greninja gets stuffed by a lot of what we're doing anyways. So we might want to make this change, make that change after this game. And see, if this was a Spiritomb right now, we would be sitting pretty. Wish there were more level 1s that made playing level 2s. Yeah, you know, fair. I agree, Opie. The fact that it's just optimal to skip steps, except for boost juice, right? Putting boost shake in the deck makes you want to have the middle stage, at least one of them. But for the most part, I agree. I think you're right. Bears are winning, not stripping simulation. Oh, to Bears. Okay, they're gonna switch. They're trying to play their hand out so they can draw extra cards here, which is understandable, and they couldn't anyways. Oh my god, if we could play a Spiritomb right now, we would be so happy. I should have used the Hisuian Heavy Ball first. I just messed up. Should have definitely Hisuian Heavy Balled here first. It didn't end up mattering, which is nice. So yay. Slap that Venomoth out there. Slap that one, put that there. Right. Okay. Does it work? They gonna pull the one that we want them to pull? They'd probably pull a different one. Bold? They're assuming they can do something about this. Which they probably can, but maybe not. I didn't even catch the pumpkin. Nah. Venonat EX looks kind of cool. That's cool. And they are unstuck. As goes the Mew deck. Damn, 2 Mew decks in one morning already is wild. This was falling off for a bit. At least it sure felt like it. Okay, that's really good for us. They're through most of their stadium interaction. And they've used all their card draw. They only have 2. They have 6 cards, so it's unfortunate, but... And they gave us this one up front. That was really, really, really nice of our opponent here. The question becomes, do we want a boss's order something here? I don't actually think so, because we couldn't kill this Mew anyways, and it can evolve. So they could get all their cards, and it's very likely that they get a Mew VMAX. So if it evolves, it's not confused anymore. So let's do this. It sucks that this is resistant to grass, because we don't do any damage, but we do still get to confuse it, and we get to make sure they can't play any items. So they have a bunch of cards, but they maybe not be able to get through them, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, but if this Manaphy was a Spiritomb, they would just be dead right now. Like, they would be out of this game. Ha! Called it. Now we'll do that one, because now they can't evolve it anymore. And it has a higher retreat cost. Okay, they're gonna Sparkle. Hopefully they don't put one... They only have 2 more Fusion Strike energies. Hopefully they don't put one on this Mew that we're gonna pull forward. I don't think they're going to. They're only gonna grab one of them. One of them might be prized. It might be prized. We'll see. Okay, at least we could do some damage to this one. Arven might be used to get us a Nest Ball here, to get our Alakazam going. And see, it works this time because it's confused. So they can't, like, they don't have the other one ready to go. So they can't just retreat it, spend the energy, and then pull the other one out front. So that's why it worked better this time. What's up, Alex? Okay, bummer about that VIP pass. And the fact that Arven can't pull us 2 items, which means we can't get double value here, is a bit sad. Bit sad, isn't it? But let's go ahead and grab a Nest Ball here. Okay, we're going to Nest Ball for the Alakazam. Or we're going to Nest Ball for the Mew, because that's way better here, because we could draw some cards with it. Draw a card with it. That's actually a really solid one, because now we can ditch both of these and go grab our Alakazam. Yay! Okay, and now we only have room to grow, and they only have room to fail. I should have probably pulled 2 energy off of that, 2 damage. What's cool with Banana, it gives you hand knowledge. What's your plan? That is pretty good, Beans. That is pretty good. Okay, unfortunate here, they do get to hit us, and we're not ready to do anything in response. So that's kind of the downside, right? So we're gonna put this other Venonat up front and hope for the best. We have some extra card draw here. Okay, that's step 1. That's step 2. Wow, that was a really, really good draw. Dang. Okay, alright, Deck. Deck's trying to show, it's like, no, don't bench me, coach. I'm here, I promise I can do it. Oh, right, and we can't use that ability because of the Fusion Strike energy prevents it. That's a shame, but what can you do? I would like to draw 7 cards, please. We already played an energy this turn, so there's no point in trying to do that. We don't have any other supporters we can do, so let's just hope we keep them confused. Never didn't have it. Exactly, Opie. Never didn't have it. I mean, it's running clean, but we're losing. I mean, we're losing against the deck that a lot of people lose against, so no shade to there. If only Temple of Sinnoh, right? See, I've actually fallen in love with Temple of Sinnoh lately, and if we weren't playing double colorless, which I don't feel like we really need in this deck, because this only needs 1 colorless, and I mean, double colorless works for exactly Mew, and that's it. I guess we could speedwing, but if you're speedwinging, I feel like you're losing. Perplexing Powder is the point here. Ha! Ha 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 ha! And their hand is very full of items they can't play. Okay. So now we do get to start building up a Spidops, at least. Again, we can't even use this Mew EXs. Ah, they gave up. Ha! Here. No shot you're playing against Venomoth Spidops. Nice. Nice. Alright, thus ends the Red Bull. Now I'll be awake. Fully ready to go. Victory! Exactly. Yeah, we won. We won. It's no big deal. We're just kind of the best around. And the winner is Alex. Congratulations, Alex. You have won the giveaway. Coming in hot for a code. Best of luck with your pull, my friend. Woo! 60 crystals. We actually might be able to buy the big bundle when it comes out with the new set. The new set. Yay! Oh, luckily I brought another beverage. Need more caffeine. hey, that secret is this the same enemy? Because that's the same coin. And I don't see this coin a whole lot. Might be the same opponent here. Oh, I forgot. Hang on, I'm going to concede. I forgot to put the Spiritomb in, and I really want to do that. Especially if we're going to be against the same one. No, you go first, opponent. I really want to do that. But yeah, that hidden the 4th way to make people make the game end is my favorite too. Like, oh yes, of course, if you can best all of their mons or take all of your prizes, that's awesome. But making them quit, now that's where it is. The reason I don't think we really need to worry about the mana fee is most of our bench isn't actually that squishy. And like I said, the primary way that people are going to interact with our bench is going to be Greninja. Primary, there's obviously other ways as well. And Greninja does not like fighting into this deck. Alright, now we're going to try this with our Spiritomb. Now we're never going to see another Mew again, but that's how it goes. It might be worth cutting that last energy, or that last crushing hammer for the Manaphy and the Spiritomb, though. I feel like we're going to want one of those more than we're going to want a crushing hammer. Crushing hammer's fun. I love that card. It's just, it's not usually going to win you a game. And Spiritomb will. So will Manaphy. So yeah. Tough call. Tough call. Ooh, I like these sleeves our opponents got here. I think we're against a pro, y'all. Fancy. Okay, starting with this Mew is actually fine because it has no retreat cost, and we have 2 VIP passes, and a league headquarters, and a lotto, and then plenty of gas after this. Okay. Okay, for this first, I'm gonna do one of each of these. Then we're going to do one of each of those. Then we're gonna do another Venonat. Going to play the Energy Loto and miss entirely. We're not going to play the Pokemon League headquarters out yet because it's very unlikely that they're going to be attacking this turn anyways. Exactly, guy. I bet they're a Lost Zone deck based off of this Drapion and this Colress here. So I definitely, we might regret not playing this because that means Cramorant's going to get to attack. But Cramorant also can't knock a Mew out. So, and if they force us to switch something in, we're going to switch in the Alakazam because Cramorant can't knock out an Alakazam either. We do look real squishy to this Greninja, though. Okay, they did force us to switch something in, so we're going to go with the Alakazam just because it won't die to a Cramorant. And just because they're not showing us a Cramorant doesn't mean they don't have one. It would actually be optimal for them to wait and show it after we pick what we switch. Okay, they ditched the boss's orders. They're playing with fire energy, which is interesting. Probably a Charizard brew, then, I would assume. That's fair, Beans. That's why I like genderless pronouns myself for describing opponents. Try to their mom. Okay, sweet. Now we have something that we can interact with. Charmander. Or Cramorant? Cramorant. Only leaving one spot for whatever their finisher is interesting. Okay, so we're going to start here. We're going to play that out there. We should probably wait to use Restart until after we Professor's Research, because there is a chance that we play everything out because we have so many things that need to evolve here. Not if we only draw the things that we can't actually evolve anymore. That wouldn't work. Actually, it will because we can Ultra Ball those away. Never mind. It's fine. Grab another Venomoth. Have a backup plan ready there. And we have the energy to put on it next turn, so let's go ahead and draw a card here, see what we get. A switch is a good one. We're not going to use it this turn, but that is a good one to have. Now, stopping them from using items is actually probably going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, Cramorant can one-shot Venomoth. They have 4 in the Lost Zone, too, so if they have a way to retreat this to get Cramorant out, they're going to kill our Venomoth. We have another one ready, but they will do that. Stopping them from playing items is pretty brutal, though. They really want their items. Mirage Gate is 7, right? So they're at 7 now, but they won't be able to play that. They rely pretty heavily on Mirage Gate. So they're going to retreat now and pull the Cramorant out front, calling that one. Except they can't because of Pokemon League headquarters. They actually can't attack with the Cramorant. Okay, and they hate it so much when we do things like this. So much. Oh, I love judging their decks. Oh. You're welcome, opponent. Let's do this. Spread a little damage here to a Cramorant. Probably should have done Greninja. Probably. It's fine. Okay. It still can't attack, my friend. Pokemon League headquarters. Lost Box is almost an auto-win? Well, that's exciting. Oh, I got you, guy. I got you. The Portuguese has a gender term. No worries at all. Okay. I don't know how that just got to attack without... Oh, because it doesn't have... Yeah, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't have an attack cost, that's why. So, sad. Sad, sad. Okay. So we're going to Arven here for an Ultra Ball. We're going to put this double colorless here. We're going to Ultra Ball the other two away for a Tarountula. Okay, we already played our supporter, so we can't do that one, unfortunately. Oh, let's not forget the Alakazam here. We're going to take the Comfy's damage and put it on the Charmander. The reason being, if they can't rare candy this one, which they shouldn't be, if we get lucky, basically. If we get lucky and they can't rare candy this one, we're in a pretty decent spot here. Venonat and Guardian's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that. And you're welcome, my friend. Ah! Hit yourself in the face. Okay, before we forget, let's see here. Let's use the Judge first. You can have 4 different cards, opponent. Okay, so Level Ball and Nest Ball don't really do anything. All we want is another Spidops. Do I have any more Spidops? I don't think I do. I think we unfortunately had to get rid of those pretty early here. Okay, so let's Alakazam. We're going to take the damage off of the Comfy here and put it on the Charmander. Then we will Level Ball just to see if we have anything. We are not going to grab that because I don't want to deck ourselves here. And yeah, let's just take out the Cramorant. Boom. Prize card. Woo! Oh, heal shots are so tiny. Try to pull Greninja. That's fair. I feel like Greninja's not really a huge threat from them just because when they can't actually use items to get the Mirage Gates onto Greninja, like, I think we have some time here. Might regret that, but I think we've got a little bit of time. Especially if they're going to keep chewing through their own energies like this. Yeah, we have switches in our deck, so we know we can use Arven for a switch. What's up, Freddy? Mew is the new regional champion. That's terrifying. Okay, so that doesn't do anything for us. Let's go ahead and Arven here for a switch. I'm glad you liked that, opponent. I did too. I can play items. You can't, opponent. Yeah, okay, so turns out not letting a Lost Box deck use items is pretty good. Now, with the Spiritomb Edition, we can also stop the Mew deck from being annoying. So maybe there is something here. You know, I was I don't want to say shit talking. I was looking at Venomoth being like, that's it? That's all you can do? I guess it's a big moth. That's all you can do? And now, you know, maybe I'm wrong. And yes, everybody thank Chibs for our new look. She spent our last gold, but it does look fantastic. So unfortunately, that means if anybody wants to do a redemption for sleeves or coins, it's going to have to be stuff we own at this point. But we look good, so it's worth it. We look real good, so it's worth it. We've got some good coins and stuff. Okay. Okay. Not the ideal start. We really want some gas. We want a way to evolve both of these, honestly. And in this exact situation, Jacques looks pretty solid, you know what I mean? Could Jacques it, but we don't have any Jacques on the deck, so no. Alright. Okay. I mean, drawing the Spidops organically is pretty great here. Because we drew the Spidops organically, I'm going to go ahead and put this energy on Tarountula. The reason being, let's see, can they attack first turn? They might be able to, so let's play this out here. The reason being, if we draw a Venomoth, then we will evolve this and put an energy on and go to town that way. If we don't, we will put the energy here, evolve this, and escape rope. So that's why I chose to put the one energy on Tarountula, because if we put it on Venonat and we didn't draw Venomoth next turn, there's no way we could get a Spidops ready to attack, right? So we're thinking ahead here, trying to think a turn. Most options for success, right? That's what we're looking for. Opponent has style. Okay, there's the Miraidon. We couldn't stop this anyway, so whatever. The good news is everything's pretty expensive to attack here. Okay. Means they get to draw a card, but this still takes a lot to attack. And you know what? They did it for us. So. Okay, it no longer takes a lot to attack. And Spidops doesn't make it have a... Did they draw a card with that first? I don't know if they did or not. Okay, I'm glad we chose what we did when we did. Unfortunately, because of this bravery charm, I think we're gonna lose this race here. If we can interact, if we draw another Pokemon League headquarters and can raise this retreat cost one more, we can knock it out next turn. Kind of what we're hoping for here. Okay, they've got one energy in the bin. Oh god, it's their last card. Alright. Alright. Another Flaffy, I'm assuming, here? The Raichu, okay. Okay. Another Flaffy would have been probably a good call, though, because they already have the energy in the bin. They dished it to get to that. Whereas Raichu's not really doing anything for him here. So. Okay, we need to interact with this or we lose. Well, we have one shot here. It has a free retreat, but we do get to... Oh, we don't even get to knock it out. Ooh. Alright. Alright, we lost. Shame. This is just kind of a rough starting hand. We didn't have any supporters there. I don't think we played a single supporter all game, so that was just unlucky. Just unlucky. We'll get him on the next one. Let's see. Okay, time to reevaluate. We played a couple hands here. Let's see here. I don't like the Crushing Hammer anymore. It's just too many things cheat energy for that card to be worth it. I don't think we need the Heavy Ball. Okay, so what do we need here? Our energy situation is actually not that bad. The only thing that I'm really thinking that we could do, Arven hitting two things would be nice. So let's put an EXP share in here. And let's put a Choice Belt in here. Let's try those two. I can spell. Let's try that. Because that would double Venomoth's attack, which is... Double is a lot, y'all. Double's a lot. But making Arven hit 2 cards instead of 1, it makes Arven a lot better. Oh, that's a neat coin. What is that? Yo, what am I looking at here? Okay, that's... Oh, it's Detective Pikachu. That's gotta be Detective Pikachu, right? Because it was Pikachu with the spyglass, right? Crobat V would be... yeah, I never got to play with that one, Kano. It is Detective Pikachu, okay. Okay. I mean, we got the VIP Pass and the Level Ball and an Ultra Ball. Like, we don't have any energies, which is a little rough, but we're sitting pretty. Other than that, and we might hit an energy. And we only need 1 for the Venomoth, so... Okay. Excellent, excellent news, y'all. We hit the Venomoth 1. And 2, we're gonna grab our Spiritomb. Yeah, no. No to all of your shenanigans, opponent. Just no. Alright, let's also... Level ball. I should have level balled for the Tarountula. I messed up there. Because then we could have got the Alakazam. Just had more of our stuff out ready to go. Sure. We'll also put this there so they can't just use Energy Mix this turn. Best card we could draw here would be a Judge. This is a pretty weird coin here. Okay, opponent's gonna take a walk. Oh, opponent, that's not gonna do it for you, friend. If you can't interact with the Spiritomb, you're gonna have a bad time. They're doing all this to draw cards, and then they're not gonna get to draw cards. They put their VIP pass thinking they'd get to draw more cards, and they don't get to. Here's the best part. They don't get to, and then next turn when they draw the VIP pass, they can't play it, because it's not their first turn anymore. So they just messed up, and they're now reading Spiritomb, and being like, no! Playing cards out even more so, for some reason. Okay. It's unfortunate that we did not draw what we wanted in terms of energy and or supporter cards. But what we can do here is we can grab our Mew so we can draw some more cards. Maybe we'll hit the energy this way. Okay, well, you know what? We'll take this. Yay, we hit the energy we wanted. And we hit the Spidops too. Everything's coming up, Wiggles. Now, they don't get to draw cards. They are confused. They don't get to play items. This game is over. Yeah. No, exactly. And we know their card's not going to do anything this turn. Good Giacomo? You see a Giacomo in here. Oh, right. I meant to just change one of the Pokemon League headquarters to the Temple of Sinnoh. That's fine. That would be remaking the deck, though, because we would need to get rid of our double turbos. Okay, let's start to get the rest of them ready here. Do we need to Arven for anything? Yeah, let's Arven for a Nest Ball to get our Alakazam going. Oh, right, and we can also get the Choice Belt so we can do extra damage against the Mew, because we put that in there for just that reason. $60 damage is a lot more. They have a higher retreat cost. They can't attack with the basic Mew. They can't play any items. They are confused. If they evolve it, they're not confused, but they don't have any energy on it, so if they evolve it, it's whatever. Solid, solid. They're just kind of getting to sit there. So now we're gonna Arven for the Energy Loto and the EXP share. EXP share is going on Spidops because we have two things that have energy on them. We'll Lotto here. That, I suppose. We're gonna put the double on Mew at this point, just because we're not gonna get to use the attack probably, but we might get to use Genesect's attack at some point. That's a thing that could happen. Keep hurting this other Mew while we're at it here. I think it's at the point where even if they were to evolve this, they're too stuck now. Like, they're just too far behind. We've got them locked down, y'all. We got them locked down. Like the current big card draw on the prize or Squawkability EX being more restrictive than Dedenne. That's fair. That's a good point, Simon. We do currently have some card draw. It's just you can't just cheese it or get lucky and top deck it in the late game and win that way. That was pretty good, y'all, and that was thanks to the Spiritomb, right? Put that Spiritomb in your deck if you're dealing with a lot of Mew problems. They just can't do anything. Oh, he also took a look at the some of the spoilers for the next set that's coming out. They're finally starting to print some hate cards for EXs, because now EXs are the new thing, right? I don't, Beans. I don't remember that one. I wasn't here for that one. It was not a problem when you build the deck. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, no. Oh, this hand is so good other than that. No basics. This is also a pretty good hand. It sucks that we have two of our professors research, but it's actually, we might just judge it instead. Kind of depending on what our opponent shows and what we show, you know what I mean? That was one of the best draw cards in the game. Well, I'm, not sad that's not here anymore then. Okay, Klefki. We need to get our Venomoth going as soon as possible, because that's the only way we can prevent them from rare candying the Abra. It's unfortunate that we're a turn behind here. It's really unfortunate, because if they can do it next turn, we are screwed. That's actually pretty solid. We're going to judge him here, so maybe they can't. Maybe their whole strategy crumbles. Here's hoping. Okay, we need Tarountula. I don't think Spiritomb's going to matter here, so let's go ahead and grab Alakazam. Let's put the energy up here. Let's judge him. It is a nasty salt, but it's interactable. I think we'll be okay here, especially when we rip that level ball for the Venomoth next turn. And let's gnaw a little bit here. Did they get the Alakazam? Is their last card a rare candy? It's not. Okay, well, maybe. Maybe they did. We have hope and pray a little bit more, chat. Everybody clench! No Alakazam, no Alakazam, no Alakazam, no Alakazam, no Alakazam. Alakazam. Okay, alright. Oh, crap! Everybody clench! Oh no, they have a Kadabra in their deck! We lose! Shit. Alright, we probably lose. Probably lose. Set the expectation here. Oh, no, wait, we can we can judge him. Again, it doesn't matter because of the Bibarel, but we can, so we're going to. Venomoth. I mean, in terms of cards you can just draw, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good, y'all. We have drawn worse cards before. Okay, so let's grab another Venonat. Because we have a Level Ball, we can grab another Venomoth. Uh-oh. Let's hope and pray, y'all. Hope and pray. Hope and pray they don't drop the Alakazam. That was all items. There is 0% chance they don't have an Alakazam anymore. They are through so much of their deck. They're through half of it. There's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 28 out of... Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, it's easier if that happens. Goodbye. We need a boss's orders really bad. So one thing that's going to be difficult here is that Jirachi's never going to knock itself out, and we can't we can't knock it out because we don't actually do any damage against it. So yeah, this is going to be tough. Sure, I'll take 5 cards. Thanks, opponent. Hooray! It's going to be too late because here comes the Alakazam, but hooray! I mean, maybe not too late, actually, because we have another Venomoth ready. I've seen worse things. I've seen worse things, y'all. Ow, my face. I eat with that. Okay, so we're gonna put our other Venomoth up front. We didn't really want those, if we're being completely honest, and our Mew is in our prize cards, so let's, I guess, grab another Venomoth. Now, making this one stay out here with having a 2 energy retreat cost is pretty solid, because they can't just retreat it, slap another energy down, and get back to work. They will have to take a turn off. Now, it's gonna one-shot us if it hits us, so we're hoping that doesn't happen. But they're not gonna try and KO us with Jirachi. Okay, no, this Jirachi's just to sit there and wall. It's a good card for that, it's just, that's all it's gonna do. Unfortunate, unfortunate. These hands just ate it, game. This is the problem with VIP Pass. Without a way to get rid of them, like Ultra Balls or something, that's the spot Hammer's good. I could see that. Ha! Hit yourself in the face. Nah, 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 nah. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. Well, we're not gonna not play it, so I guess we put it down here in case we need to do 90 damage with the Venomoth later, I guess? Question mark? Sad. Okay. Now we can't do what we were gonna do to finish up this with the, yeah, that's a sad thing. Sad thing. Okay. They got rid of the retreat cost, so now they just get to go back to doing their thing. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate timing. I don't think we have a way to win this anymore. I think we're out. Yeah, this seems like a tough matchup. I don't know how we would, well, shoot. I mean, we don't have the energy, so it doesn't matter, but, I don't know how we would build our deck to be better against that. Single prize lost box, you get more respect for it. That's fair. You talking about, like, they're using Cramorants and Sableye and not the Giratina beans? Cramorant and Sableye are very good cards. And they can get going fast. Spin slips and hit his eye. That's a good point, Freddy. This is not going to be a meta deck, so maybe we just don't have to worry about it. People aren't really, probably going to be trying to beat us, so we don't have to raise Alakazam's stock here. Yeah, exactly, guy. You're never going to have all good matches, right? No deck is good against... Well, there are some decks that are good against everything, and those are what we call meta decks. I mean, we get to go first. That's always a good thing. And if they flip the Mew again and we get to... Oh, y'all, I live for getting to Spiritomb the Mew deck. I live for that. Oh, it just makes me so happy. This is a really rough starting hand, though. Okay, what are we looking at here? Path to the Peak, Tyranitar. So they're a Tyranitar Doduo deck. Calling that one. Path to the Peak is a little something. We'll give him one. Hey, I'm glad we gave him one. Yep, Path to the Peak Doduo or Doduo Tyranitar stuff. So we VIP pass here. Let's grab Alakazam. They Path to the Peak. We probably don't want to go too heavy into the Alakazam because we're not going to do any damage for a little bit here. I don't really want to risk one of our only pieces of card advantage on something that they can just interact with incidentally. Let's grab 2 Venonats here. Yikes. Okay. Well, we're not going to Professor's Research all of these lovely supporters away, so we'll probably judge next turn. And just kind of hope for the best. Yeah, Cramorant can get turned on turn 1. Like, if you go second, you can knock something out with Cramorant. Like, consistently. It's really good. Okay. So, second judge is actually pretty solid here because they obviously are waiting for something. So, let's not let them. Okay, so we're going to put this here. We're going to put this down here. Let's Nest Ball. Let's go ahead and grab it now, just because they haven't played anything yet, and we want to try and draw a Venomoth. Well, no dice on that, but at least we can do that. Okay, we really want to get a Venomoth going here, though, because they rely on rare candies, and we want to take that away. Okay. Okay, they don't rely on rare candies necessarily. Okay, there's the Dodrio getting ready to do its thing. Professor's Research deck, please. I mean, Spidops is not the worst thing I've seen. We don't want a boss's orders here. Actually, we can. Should we, though? Should we, is the question. Let's just draw 2 cards and see what we get. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, we did get lucky. Yay, we got lucky. All right, so let's grab a Level Ball and the EXP share. The Choice Belt doesn't do anything. They don't play with Vs. And the EXP share will do something. Right, the fact that Level Ball hits Venomoth is probably the only reason this deck works as smoothly as it does. Like, this would be really hard if we were trying to Ultra Ball for that. It's not worth Ultra Balling for, right? Okay, so this has a very high retreat cost. It doesn't have a higher attack cost, but we're also going to perplex it a little bit here, make it where they can't use items. Hopefully that prevents them from getting their Tyranitar going, hopefully. Tyranitar is really tanky. Oh, Tadene. Yeah, them just drawing one card's good for us. You got it, Simon. 90 is a sweet spot. You're not wrong. Exclamation point ticket if y'all want a chance to win a pack here. Okay, so Arven's gonna get them items, but they can't play them. So it's whatever. And that's a good point, guy. You're not looking at a whole lot more survivability there. Okay, Ultra Ball and EXP Share, they can't play either of them. EXP Share is back to being an item, by the way. They changed that recently. Now I would love a judge. I mean, that's pretty solid if we're not going to have a judge. That's pretty solid. Let's put that down there. Go ahead and use this. Okay. Let's Arven here for what? We're definitely going to grab the Choice Belt. Probably just Choice Belt and Ultra Ball, and we can ditch it to get another Venomoth going, maybe? We could just get the Level Ball for another Venomoth, though. Yeah, let's just do that. Or setup would look different with no level balls and ultra balls better, probably. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point, Simon. It would be a different deck if we didn't have level balls. Not to say it wouldn't work, but it would be a different deck. Okay. No Tyranitar, please. Boss's orders. Okay. That is unfortunate for us. Because I just played our Arven. Okay, never mind. Never punished, always lucky, etc., etc. Alright, so we're gonna take two... Ooh, no we're not, actually. Oh, I have to now. I messed up. I messed up really bad. We're gonna go ahead and put them on the one that they're going to evolve then. That way we didn't want to give something on their bench damage counters. This way the one that they evolve is the one that would have damage counters. But I did just mess up a little bit. It's a good draw. Okay, and that's their card draw gone. Bibarel and Dodrio seems kind of a mistake, in my opinion. I don't think that's a good idea. So here's the scary part. If they evolve this, it's not confused anymore. Yay, they gave up. I mean, this deck's pretty good at making people give up, y'all. Keep the lock and kill Dodrio next turn. That's a shout. I could see that. And use the Alakazam more. That's smart. Smart. Alright, a couple more with this one, and we'll move on. Ultra Scrub Lord. That's a good name. It's a good name, friend. Wish you were here to appreciate it. I think our opponent's AFK, y'all. If our opponent is AFK, they're definitely going to go first here. But they're going to take him a second to figure it out. I don't think they're AFK anymore. That was pretty quick. That's exciting. Okay, that starting hand is not. Hey, alright, Mull friends. Mulligan friends. Mulligans? No. Okay, we had to take more than one. They only had to take one. Okay, they're a fire deck. Expecting a Charizard. I've been burned so many times, chat. We had to mulligan 3 times. It's pretty brutal. But we do have a Venonat and an Arven for Venomoth. What's up, AOG TCG? What's up, Batchman? How's it going, y'all? Okay, so they do appear to be the Charmander, Charizard, Arceus deck. I'm assuming Arceus these days, but all we know for sure is Charmander and Pidgeot. Now, this is going to be kind of hilarious, because, yeah, you can search up items, but if we have our Venomoth going, they can't actually play them. So here's hoping we can get that online before they get... If we can get that online before the Charmander comes down, we're set, because then they can't rare candy it. You love your Venomoth Spidops deck? Alright, alright. Well, I mean, I am more of a believer than I was before we started. This has actually been pretty good. That's sad. That's sad. We're gonna get to do it too, but that is sad. Arceus and Charmander? Growlithe and Charmander. Literally nothing. What? What? Y'all, I'm confused. Why would they do that? Its first turn. It could have just... What? What are they? Stop failing to find! What are you doing? I'm so confused. It's like confused screaming from the opponent over here. Oh. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so let's grab Mew and let's grab Tarountula. Get that out there. Let's not judge. They burned through a lot of their hand here. Right? I don't think we should judge here. I think we should Arven. Might be a little premature to Arven, though. Alright, let's judge. I regret this. But come on, big money. New hand, good hand, solid hand. Okay. Okay. And we're gonna gnaw. Oh, that's a good point, Freddy. Their game might be bugged out. It might not be letting them click things. That's definitely happened to us before, and it sucks when it does. Oh no. Yeah, 5 more gnaws, Mew. You're going down. You're getting chewed up and spit out and booed off stage. But I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. Little Eminem for y'all there. Okay, got a jet. Iono is annoying, because I liked my hand. Maybe we'll get a better hand. A stronger hand. It exists. This is a legal hand. Hey, there's that Charmander we've been afraid of. And there's an Entei, okay. And if he doesn't stop us... Alpha Family's a lot less scary when they already filled their bench up. They just don't like pulling things out of their deck. Okay, let's use this first. We're gonna grab another Tarountula, so we can get twice the Spidops going here. Put our basic energy here. Let's get the headquarters going. Let's get an Alakazam. Now, the Entei actually does mean that we kind of do want to be using our Choice Belts a little bit, so we're going to put it down here on this one. There were only 2 Venomoths. Okay, 2 of my Venomoths are in our prize cards. That is unfortunate. We're going to have to try and get through this as quickly as possible here. Yeah. Yep, okay. See how you do without any items, opponent. Possibly confused opponent. We can't make it harder for them to retreat yet, which is sad. The next Arven will be able to do that for us. But as of right now, they can still retreat the Pidgey. Now, Arven's gonna get them some items that they can't play. I gotta say, I really like seeing Arven after you use the Venomoth's attack. It's like, oh no, anyways. They are just I don't know if their game is bugged out or what, or they're just clicking too fast, but this feels kind of bad. I don't really want to beat them this way. Okay, so let's Lotto here first. Whole lot of nothing. Get it? All right. Now we're going to Arven for the Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball those two things away. Get a Spidops. The Mew is a really nice touch to this deck, guy. I really like you having the Mew in here. That's saved our butt a couple times. Like, we just don't miss when we would otherwise miss because of that. Okay, so we know we're going to do enough damage to knock the Pidgey out, so we're going to take 1 damage off the Pidgeot and put it over here on this Charmander. The Mew doesn't do anything because they can't play items anymore. Let's put this energy... We don't need to put that on Spidops at this point. Let's put it on this other one. Ooh, let's actually put it on Mew. Now Mew's just a double colorless away from being able to do its thing. That's good backup. Good backup plan. Entei's gonna draw him some cards, but that's about it. Hopefully Entei's gonna take a while to start using its attack. Now when it does use its attack, we're dead because it's a fire type and we're, you know, squishy grass, but it's gonna take it a second. Okay, boss's orders is a little annoying. Hopefully we draw something here we can play. That'll do it. Lucky draw. Very lucky. Stopping people from playing items is very brutal in the modern format of this game. I'll tell you what. Sunhaven Operation Layla's is in effect. Uh-oh. Okay, opponent continuing to search their deck and not do anything. We know they pulled something out because they grabbed the fishing rod the first turn, so we know it's something is working. They might just be misclicking. It might be a bug. At this point, I'm not sure, because I've never had a bug be that persistent, but you don't know. Okay, Charmeleon, sure. Evolving that one the old-fashioned way. Which is scary, y'all. That is very scary. Second Spidops is a lovely thing. Professor's Research? Yay! Alright, called it. They might be playing mobile. I have too big. That's a fair point. I should not judge that. I have big old sausage fingers. Okay, they did have it organically. Luckily, if they don't put all 3 energies on the Entei cannot attack. So that's something we got going for us here, which is solid. It's very likely they do, however, put all 3 energies on the Entei. If they failed to find here, the game's just probably over. You're so sick of Charizard. You know, I don't think you're alone in that, Batchet, man. I don't think you're alone. I try not to rage too hard when I'm on stream, but there are days when I am also sick of Charizard. Opponent's having trouble clicking. It's about to pass it back to us without them doing anything, which would be sad. They're very dead if they don't do it. Well, GG, opponent. Yeah. Not surprised they conceded there. Ooh, Mr. Rhyme. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna start the giveaway. There was already a giveaway going, and I can listen and win. Freddy, congratulations, my friend. May your pull be excellent. Alright, we're gonna start the last one here for this deck. Exclamation point ticket if you would like a chance to win. Yeah! Alright, last game with this Spidops Venomoth deck, and then we'll do our thoughts on it and move on. Game is quickly. Oh, I'm sorry, Batchet, man. I'm sorry to hear that. There's a new set coming out in like a week, so maybe take a week off. If it's not fun, you shouldn't play. Like I like people playing this game. I think the game is better when more people play it, obviously. But if you're not having fun, my friend, that's what's most important. Yes, this deck deserves ranked. Maybe. It won't be with me, but if y'all have a ranked version of this that you think's pretty good, I'll check it out. Okay. Not the worst start. Not the best, not the worst we've had. Ripping a VIP pass off the top would be ideal here. The game is fun seeing the same card. You know, and that's very fair, Fashion Man. That's very fair. And then you try to make a deck that just goes against what they're doing, and it's just slow and bad. I feel you. That's the second time our energy, or like the third time Energy Loto's bricked. I don't know if we're playing enough energies to have Energy Loto be worth it. I think Energy Search might be better here, because an Energy Search would have been much better in this exact situation. As it is, I'm not going to put this on there, because that just makes it weaker, and it's already a really weak attack. What are your thoughts on VIP? It is going to rotate out. VIP Pass is an E printing, so it will be rotating with the next set. I think it's too polarizing. Any card where it's like, okay, if you get it the first turn, you win, and if you don't, it's a dead card. That's pretty polarizing, right? So I don't really like it either. I think it's too polarizing. The decks where it needs it, though, it needs it, right? It is an E. Yes, Kano, it is an E. Okay, well, that's them pretty set up. Flying Pikachu VMAX is scary, but it doesn't actually, like... Venomoth can still attack that because it's not a basic. So can Spidops. This hand is not much better. In fact, it's kind of worse. We had a judge, and now we don't. We might be doing a second game here. Second last game. I mean, okay. We're not gonna not do our thing, but that's it. Let's also actually, you know what? Hang on. I want to fight something else. I choose to fight something else, please. Should have done this first. Ha! Yes, you can find an item, but you can't use the item. They fell for it. And see, now, because we didn't get to play our VIP passes first turn, there's 4 in the deck, and they are all just dead cards. So, yeah. Opponent is playing a very shiny deck. That's a very shiny deck. That's a good way of putting it, Kano. That's a very good way of putting it. Featherball gets some Flying Pikachu V Max. I think that's all it gets them in their deck. Unless they're also playing with the new Mew EX, too. It could get them Superior V-Star, but they already played that, so I don't think it would get them that. Okay. It's weird that they got the Featherball, and then I owned it away without using it. I would have used it, personally. Okay, double turbo. Flying Pikachu V Max. And Yeah, they have a very shiny deck, y'all. Very shiny deck. I mean, so do we, right? But theirs is also shiny. Nice trip, opponent. We're not going to Professor's Research this turn. I finally got some cards and I actually really want to play them. So Spiritomb doesn't help. None of their basic Vs, they don't have any abilities. So let's grab... We have another Venomoth, so let's grab a Venonat here. Should probably grab Alakazam, actually. Then we won't knock this Mew out. So we're gonna level ball for the other Venonat. Like that strategy more. Peel some damage counters off of this Mew. Let's put them on Kirlia? Kirlia is like the only thing we're actually probably gonna knock out here. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't raise this thing's retreat cost, because we didn't get to evolve this just yet. The problem is they're getting really set up here. The Featherball doesn't do anything. They can't play it. Oh, right, that's why they didn't play it. I'm dumb, Batshit Man, you're right. It's like, why did they get a Featherball and not play it? It's because we played the Venomoth. YouTube, if you were yelling at the screen like, wow, Wiggles is stupid, you're right. We've got two Venomoths, so let's go grab a second Tarountula here. Okay, this is actually pretty solid, because now this isn't dead. They still can't retreat it, because now it takes 2 retreat. They're through... Is that all their double colorless? That's 3 out of 4 of their double colorless, so they might have a double colorless to be able to retreat it. And next turn we're going to get to... Judge? Do we want to judge? Probably. No, we might just want to Boss's Order some next turn. Pull the Pikachu to the front so that it is confused. I think. Avery's kind of brutal here. I really like the Alakazam, so we're going to ditch this other Tarountula here. It sucks because now we can't play the Spidops out of our hand, but it's whatever. Okay. This has turned into a pretty good game. I have a feeling as soon as the dam breaks, we're turbo screwed, but for now, it's a pretty good game. Alright, so let's Boss's Orders. That has a free retreat cost, so let's... They both have free retreat costs, so let's Boss's Orders the one that has no energy attached to it. Okay, then we're gonna move damage from the Kirlia over to the Mew. Knock that bad boy out. Draw a card. Pretty good card to draw. Okay, and then we go back to perplexing the superior. Ta-da! Imagine a Venomoth Mirror match. Wow, that would be very slow. That would be very slow. Let's switch up playlists here. This is the last one on this, the last game with this deck anyways. Switch the playlist now. Okay, so they can do the attack or they can retreat if they want. Starwinder won't knock us out, though. They can retreat it, and then Pikachu comes through, and we do lose. Yeah. We have a second Venomoth ready to go, so, you know, maybe we get really, really lucky here, but it's certainly not looking good for our hero. We're our hero, by the way. The first one to lock wins. Yeah, fair. Fair. That would be the way to do it. Whoever gets there first. It's just a race. Alright. Well, we can do this at least. I mean, the problem is they could just retreat this and pull Arceus out. They got two set up, right? They got, and they have refined away all of their VIP passes that they just couldn't play. So that was really lucky by them, unfortunate by us, etc., etc. That's just kind of how it goes. You know what I mean? Nothing to be too upset about. There's not a lot of synergy to their deck, but there's a lot of really shiny things, and I'm here for it. I'm like a crow, like scrawl. Now, their deck would really struggle against something that can do big chunks of damage because, yeah, like, 3 prize cards, right? Exactly, Freddy. It's an Arceus deck, right? Just insert Arceus and your favorite V cards. Or in our opponent's case, Arceus and your shiniest V cards. Y'all, if you're just joining us, exclamation point ticket, we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this game if you would like a chance to win a pack. And this game is rapidly closing. Why didn't they attack us? Why did they do that instead? I don't understand. We're gonna knock this Curly out, chat. It's gonna be the last thing we do. Do we want a boss's orders something else up front? It doesn't really matter because of the free retreat costs, so let's go ahead and boss's orders the Ralts up front so that it doesn't have a free retreat cost. Kind of the best solution we have right now. Oh, that's a good point, Freddy. It's just kind of their anti-meta stuff. I can see that. Now, do they have a double colorless left? They do still have one in their deck, so they might be able to get the Ralts backed up. We'll see. We will see. They do have good taste. This is the prettiest Arceus card, in my opinion. That is just like, oh, that and the one it evolves into, the V-Star, where it's like the gold. Oh. It's like, looks like a tablet. Yeah. No, that's not gonna work. Nah, 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 nah. Okay. Oh, no, it worked because we don't have the... Uh-oh. And everything came crashing down around us. Behold this house of matchsticks which we built, and watch it go up in flames. Not the Pikachu! Not the Pikachu! Alright, but you can't play any item cards. That didn't seem to stop them very much, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. They didn't play a whole lot of item cards anyways. And they still didn't Starbirth, yeah. They just didn't need it, right? Well. Promises made, promises kept. Goodbye, Curlia. We're still tied. We're still tied. It's 4-4. We're still tied. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it, chat. How perplexing. We also haven't drawn the Choice Belt this game, and this is one of the few games when that Choice Belt would have been really nice, you know what I mean? Okay, so the worker gets rid of the increased attack, but the increased attack isn't the problem right now. It's the increased retreat cost. That's why we have this out. So not having a Path to the Peak is way better than the... words are hard. They didn't interact by way of Path to the Peak. They interacted by way of workers, so there's not currently something stopping our abilities, so it should be okay. Like, we're still decently happy here. Haven't gotten much in the way of supporter cards ourselves. And it didn't matter. They weren't actually that confused. They found themselves just fine. Rip. Goodbye, Venomoth. Alright. One opportunity. One shot. Let's do it. Do some big damage. And this is especially brutal because they don't have any retreat. Remember that dead card I was talking about? They don't have any retreat costs. So we've made them have 2 retreat costs, but that's not actually that good. And we had to put a double colorless to make it work. Ultimately, very sad things. Very sad things. I guess, in theory, I should have done this Pikachu VMAX, because we could have put the 2... Hey, here comes the Starbirth! Oh, and it is the pretty one. Oh, that's such a pretty card. That's like my favorite art in the entire card game. Like, in theory, so the other option would have been if I used Alakazam to put the damage back on Flying Pikachu, because then we could have 2-shot it with the extra damage. But because it has no retreat cost, well, increased retreat cost, they would have just switched it, right? Like, that's not much of a strategy here. Okay, what are they digging for here? Another Kirlia, I would assume? It is, but they're almost out of cards, so that's not the Kirlia that has Refinement, is it? That was the other one, wasn't it? No, it is the one with Refinement. Okay, it's just the other art, the Silver Tempest art. Alright. Pretty fair stuff, pretty fair stuff. Okay. Unlikely that we make them deck here. Our cards are just worth too many prize cards. The Venomoths weren't, though. Maybe they'll be confused and hit themselves in the face. Oh, no. Here comes the Switch. Yeah. Well, I mean, they only have 8 cards, right? They get to go grab a quarter of their deck, whichever quarter they want most. Wild. When you phrase it like that, it sounds way more impressive. It's still pretty impressive, but... Okay, Path to the Peak, which means they have free retreats now. Which means here comes Superior. They already used their V-Star power, so they can't use Starwinder and just one-shot us. They can do a lot of damage, though. Ow. My face. GG, opponent. GG. We tried, y'all. We tried. Give it our best shot. We couldn't even get their ults anymore because Kirlia has 80 HP, so we couldn't do the 2 damage counters just for that little extra finger out the door, you know what I mean? But that was a good try. All right, let's do the wrap-up here and then the giveaway and move on to the next deck. All right, so final thoughts with this deck. This was a lot better than I was giving it credit for. I'm glad we tried it. I don't know how to make it better, though, right? Bibarel help might work, but our bench is really, really full. That's kind of the ultimate issue here, is that you want 2 Venomoths, you want 2 Spidopses, you want Alakazam, you want Mew, you might want Spiritomb. We don't really have any room on the bench. what I might consider doing here is, like I said, I would cut this Energy Lotto for an Energy Search. I would actually probably go down on the double turbos because they don't really do much for us here. And then we could play Temple to Sinnoh instead of just the Pokemon League headquarters. We could do lots of other fun things. Temple to Sinnoh would have really messed up our last opponent. Probably don't need both EXP Share and Choice Belt, although I do like both of them here. So I don't know. There's some little tweaking, but this is pretty good. The damage output is rough. You're not wrong, Kano. The point of this deck is definitely not to make them lose, it's to make them give up. So any way to enable that's the real trick, right?